Hi guys, it is your girl, and guess what today is? Hot Topic Thursday, and I am here with another video talking about a topic that, since it's Vlogmas, we're going to talk about, you wouldn't believe, Santa Claus. When should you tell your children, or how should you tell your children, or should they tell you that is no such thing as Santa Claus? Now, I'm going to talk about this, but let me have a disclaimer. This is just my opinion, and this is how I feel. And if you're a parent out there and you disagree, that's fine. But let me say this. My oldest, Maya, believed in Santa Claus, I believe, up until she was about 9. It drove me nuts. My son is the total opposite. We're not teaching my son that there is a Santa Claus. Now, you can call me a bad parent. Like, I'm not teaching my son that Santa Claus, he buys him gifts and brings them down. We don't even have a chimney, and number one, it doesn't even snow in Florida. So I'm just going to be real with my son. Due to the circumstances of my daughter, I'm sorry y'all if I'm moving around and things like that, but due to the circumstances of my daughter, it was a different situation. But I'll get into that in a little bit of how she found out that it was no such thing as Santa Claus. Well, I just believe, like, as a hardworking parent, parents period, I feel like, and another thing, it's not diverse Santa Claus. Most of the Santa Clauses that are in the malls for the children to take pictures, and mostly like on cards and things, they are Caucasian. I am not Caucasian, neither is my son, and neither is my daughter. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with a Caucasian Santa Claus. But I feel like if you're going to be in a mall, you should at least have multicultural Santa Clauses. Because it makes it seem like that's, you know, maybe not. Maybe it's like to agree to disagree with this. But I feel like it should be more than just white Caucasian Santas. Like, it should be a black one, a Puerto Rican one, whatever, Spanish, I don't care. But long story short, I'm teaching, and my husband and I are both teaching our son that I am Mama Claus and my husband is Papa Claus. And it's kind of contradicting the situation, but we're instilling in our son, like, we're buying you the gifts, we're the ones who are going to put them under the tree. You just don't know exactly what you're going to get. And when I became a certain, I stopped believing in Santa Claus when I was about 5. I was smart. I'm not no dummy. My mom didn't have a chimney. And my mom used to wrap my gifts like real late at night. And that's it. Like, I just knew. I instantly knew. My younger sister, if you're watching, I used to get in trouble. They used to be so mad. Like, her mother she's like, you cannot tell her that there's no such thing as Santa Claus. And my sister used to say, it's a Santa Claus. And I used to be like, no, it's not. Me being the sister, older sister, you know, that's what you do sometimes. But it just irritated me. I'm like, what? So I had to play along with that while my sister believed in Santa Claus. And also I had to, for a long time with my daughter. And let me tell you about this story, y'all. I remember one day I was taking her to school, and it was a segment on the radio, and I was listening to it. She wasn't, but I was listening to it, and I thought that she was listening to it. But come to find out, you guys, she actually was not listening to what I had to say, what they were talking about. And it was a parent that lost her job. She didn't have enough money, and she was saying, like, my son, he knows that everyone else is getting gifts, and why Santa Claus didn't come to his house. So she had to tell her son that it was no such thing as Santa Claus. She, and it was sad. Like, like I said, you're out here busting it behind stuff. Anything can happen, and yeah, they have all these organizations out here for, people in those type of situations where they donate toys. They have people donate toys and things like that. Yes. But it's just like, be real. Like, I feel like we live in a society where we have this sense that everything is superficial. And, don't get me wrong, my children get whatever they need throughout the year. If they need money, shoes, clothes, toys, especially my son, because my daughter's in the age where she's phone, electronics, and things like that. But my son, whatever he needs, we get it for him. So it's like Christmas, I feel like, should have more of a meaning. For some, it's a spiritual thing. Some is just about, being with your family, toys, the whole 9 yards. Don't get me wrong. I celebrate Christmas due to my children. I do not celebrate Christmas with myself. Like, I am over it. I don't care if I get anything. My birthday is around the corner, so it's not like a big issue about Christmas to me. And my husband, he definitely doesn't celebrate Christmas. And he said he's been like that before he met me. And, it bothered me in the beginning. But after a while, I had to let it go and get over it. But like I said, when Christmas comes, I do get, the children and I do contribute something to my husband. It's not a Christmas gift. It's just a gift, a token of appreciation. Even though we try to show our best to show my husband he's appreciated. But like I said, Christmas, y'all. Anyway, back to the subject of my daughter. So I'm like, I get to her school, and I was like, Maya, do you believe in Santa Claus? She looked at me. She said, no, I don't believe in Santa Claus. And I said, since when? Because everybody told me. And I'm like, who's everybody? You, my dad, Pop, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So I was like, oh, thank God you don't believe in Santa Claus no more. She cried. I felt so bad. She cried. And I was like, why are you crying? Because you just told me it's no such thing as Santa Claus. So she manipulated me to, be the bad parent, because that's what it was. I was the bad parent. I was the one I was a spoiler of her dream and her vision of Santa Claus. But I think to some extent she started to realize that it wasn't any Santa Claus because she wasn't getting certain things that she asked for from certain, people to tell Santa Claus. And I was just like, well, I did my part. Whatever she asked me, I was like, I made sure. What I did was I said, okay, Santa Claus is going to pick out such and such amount of gifts. I said, Mom, I'm going to buy you this gift or whatever. And I said, Santa Claus is going to bring you the other gifts. So that's how I did it for years. And I just got fed up. And I was so relieved when she did it. And I was, my husband and I both came to the agreement, we wouldn't instill that in our son, which is fine. He goes to school. I'm sure the other children are saying that. But my son is at the age, he's only 3. He'll be 4. He's not really talking about Santa Claus. He likes Christmas. He sings Christmas songs and all that. But he's not about, he doesn't even talk about Santa Claus. He calls it Christmas. So, or Jingle Bells or something. But what I'm trying to say to you guys is, I just don't get the whole concept of Santa Claus. It's just my own opinion. I'm not trying to knock any parent who does it. I don't try to, if that's what another parent does, I will respect that. I will not invade myself in what I believe to someone else. I know I have friends that are like me, and just like my kids don't know, there's no such thing as Santa Claus. And I have friends that have children that do tell their children it's Santa Claus. Whatever floats your boat. But back to the subject of, you guys should know, if you're struggling and you work hard and you make, you go through bumps and lumps and your children know this, please I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but you should really think about considering having your children believe in Santa Claus. I just don't get it. I really don't. It's just crazy. And it's to the point it's getting ridiculous, because back when I was born and I was coming up, they didn't start putting out actual Christmas stuff until the end of November, right after Thanksgiving. Now it's this stuff comes out in October. So it's sending mixed signals to everybody that, it's like you're shoving this stuff in our face, and then you want us to do this, and then you're doing it the not proper way. So I just wanted to say that my hot topic is not really that long today, but because I don't really want to ramble, I'm working on everything. But anyway, you guys, I hope everyone will have a great Christmas. I will be doing hot topics through Vlogmas, but there will be Christmas edition. I don't know what the next one is going to be, but if any of you have any ideas or something, and like I said, don't take what I say to heart. It's just my experience, what I think, and just with a little humor. It's not that serious. So I don't need nobody bashing me and calling me a bad mom, because I'm not a bad mom, because I don't believe to tell my child it's a Santa Claus. So, and as a matter of fact, I only had one picture with my daughter with Santa Claus, because that's how, like, and she didn't even want to take the picture. And if I can find it, I'll try to insert it somewhere in the clips. But trust me, y'all, I just wanted to let y'all know that I guess you can call me the Grinch. Am I a Grinch because I don't believe in Santa Claus? Absolutely not. I'm a great mother. I love my children no matter what. And if my son was the one like, oh, I believe in Santa Claus, that's something different. But he doesn't, because my husband and I decided we wouldn't do that. So it starts in the home. And you guys, I just don't, it's a waste of time. I feel like it's not that serious. Because I feel like children, especially when they're in the younger age bracket, they're very impressionable. And I feel like, I'm not going to say, that's just like you show a child. Like, I'm not saying it's wrong, but you should have more diversity when it comes down to Santa Claus. Period. Because children they ask questions and they're curious. So enough about that. I hope everyone has a great day, and I will see you in the next hot topic. Bye.